Yo, before I even get started, this comment wins the pre-show. But I did not make a cheeseburger. I did not set my fire alarm off. I was promoting the live stream on Facebook. But anyway, welcome to the Hangout. My name is BJ Kicks. I'm your host here. And this is a show that I do every single Thursday night, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern, like we're doing tonight. Now, tonight is a very special edition of the Hangout because Saturday is my birthday. I felt weird about like calling this a birthday stream and calling attention on the internet to the fact that my birthday is coming. I don't know. It just feels like one of those things you shouldn't just give out to people. But it's just us here. It's only 8 people here. And like only 5 people are going to watch the replay. So we can talk about it, right? So anyway, if you're watching this on the replay, thank you. I appreciate you watching this. Hopefully you can catch us live. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m., like I said. And if you are watching this live, go ahead and give me a what's up in the chat. I see a ton of you here. What's up, Brandon? Comics King has happy early birthday. Appreciate it. Cactus. Oh, Dr. Cactus is here. What's up, Dr. Cactus? Shannon's here. And Ben was able to confirm with Allen Iverson that this type of murder needs no hook. Let's see. C. Rook is still in bed because he keeps messing up his back, but he brushed his teeth, so that's good. Let's see. Maybe this week Kicks changes it up and this type of murder does need a hook. Nah. I did change it up this week, though. I did. The hat's staying on until I get my waves back spinning. But I did make a change, like Michael Jackson in that song that time. Let's see. Got a lot of happy birthday kicks here. Hope the family's got something special for you. My family's special enough, but it never fails. I live in North Carolina, and every year on my birthday, some dumb 2 inches of snowstorm comes and wrecks all my birthday plans. So I have no plans this weekend. I told my wife, all I really want is a good steak. And considering I set the fire alarm off with a hamburger, I don't trust myself to make a steak the way I want to because I don't have a grill. So I want to go out and get a good steak. We're going to do that next Saturday instead. But yeah, so I'm excited about my birthday. I'll be 31. Thanks to this haircut, I look a little bit younger this year around. Yes, Frank Vogel is also making a change. Listen, it's a welcome change. I was never a big Russell Westbrook fan. I can't lie, I never really watched Westbrook like that because when I cared about Westbrook, it was when LeBron was facing him and they were on opposite coasts, opposite conferences in the NBA. And when LeBron moved west, I'm like, Russell Westbrook's not a threat. Never in a million years thought they'd be on the same team. Like, for what? And here they are, just turning it over all the time. All the time. Shannon knew it. He knew I'd cut my hair. He wasn't sure, but he had a hunch. He had a hunch. But yes, I've been wearing a hat in my videos lately because I cut my hair. And it feels weird to like not fill up more of the screen with my afro. And honestly, I like the look with the hat. Favorite cut of the cow? His is the brisket. I love a good brisket. I also love a good ribeye steak. So if not the brisket, definitely the ribeye steak. Although beef short ribs are great. I eat a lot of beef. I like beef. You're not supposed to eat that much beef, so I do it sparingly, but I like it all. I like it all. Let's see. Super important question. What's your birthday steak cut? I'm a porterhouse guy. You get a bone-in New York strip and a filet on the same cut. That is true. That is true. The T-bone steak. It's funny how many different names they have for the same cut. But I already scoped out the steakhouse we're going to, and I'm ordering the dry-aged ribeye from there. Never been to this steakhouse, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. But yeah, I'm down for a porterhouse. I don't need the bone-in New York strip and a filet. I really don't need all of it at the same time, but I mean, it's only your birthday once a year, right? Porterhouse stock is rising. I feel you. Let's see. Shannon's going to be 30 on February 1st. I got a whole year on him. Almost exactly. That's what's up. I'm so used to being the youngest guy in whatever room I'm in. That all changed when I launched the Discord. C-Rook is like 5. But yeah, he likes the ribeye. The ribeye is what I buy when I go to the grocery store and I want a good cut. Like if I'm not going to a butcher shop, I'll look in the grocery store for either a ribeye. If they don't have that, I'll order or I'll try to find a good New York strip. Grocery store steaks are kind of whack though. Oh snap! My man Brandon's turning 21 in March. Let's see. What's up, Natish? And someone else just said something. Oh. Sugarman actually sells dry-aged beef for a living. Seriously? That's what's up. Yo, I've been watching this dude, Guga Foods, on YouTube for like the last 3 months. If I'm not watching a comic book video, I'm probably watching this dude dry-age steak in like the most ridiculous substances ever. He did the peanut butter joint. He dry-aged it in like ketchup once. I would never dry-age it in anything except like just regular air, but he does it all the time. It's fun. Yo, we already got, I don't know what this says. Maybe he's saying happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday. So, as always, we got a really fun episode of the Hangout planned. I don't know why I say we as if someone else planned it besides me. But, hold on. Before I stop the stream for all the, sponsor stuff, we got some knowledge being dropped. So porterhouse is technically different from T-bone. It's the same cut, but the porterhouse is typically one of the first 3 cuts off the loin. Some shops will push it to the first 6. Got you. That makes sense because the location of your particular piece of meat is important because each part of the muscle is going to be worked a little bit differently. So maybe I need to go order a porterhouse somewhere. The place I'm going isn't, they're not selling porterhouse, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. I don't remember. But anyway, let's see. Oh, Skip Zap the dude. Man, he was just saying happy birthday. Just playing. I don't know what that man was saying. Cool. That's dope. Sugarman says the best cuts are ribeye, New York strip, and T-bone. Word. So yeah, before we get into today's show, where we're talking about the 10 Lives of Wolverine, number 1, I just read She-Hulk number 1 right before the stream started. So before we get into all of that, I got to pay some bills real quick. So shout out to our sponsor, Ultimate Comics. You guys know that's where I get all my comics every single week. They got 4 locations in the Raleigh-Durham area. And if you're not local to Raleigh-Durham, no worries. You can shop twice a week on their live show on Facebook. It's actually going on right now. And you can also shop 24/7 on their website at ultimatecomics.com. Get cool exclusives like their exclusive for Silver Surfer Rebirth number 1 out this week. And then also huge shout out to Organic Price Books, the best place to look for collected editions online. You can get stuff like this book that I've been pumping, the Milestone Compendium, coming out in just about a week and a half on February 1st, collecting the first 10 to 12 issues of pretty much all of the original Milestone series. Really excited about that. That book is a huge trade paperback, but really excited about that. You can pre-order at Organic Price Books, and when you do, use my code BJKicks, and you can save $2 on every order every time. And since we're here on the stream, I can go ahead and make the announcement. There's actually another way to save at Organic Price Books now. So if you're one of those people, which there are several, who like to split up their orders so they can use the discount code as many times as possible, well, there's another way to bundle your orders and save, right? So if you order 3 books or more and you allow them to ship them all together, you can actually save 5% with the code BJKicks, ship it together. Yes, it's a long code, but it's the code. So yeah, you can definitely get 5% off, which is more than $2, depending on what you're buying. So definitely worth that. And let's see what's going on. My man Aku just watched Injustice, thought it was pretty good, not the best animation, but overall pretty accurate and good. I haven't watched it yet. I just saw that it was on HBO Max. I was going to watch it while I was in the carpool line with my daughter. Then I realized it was rated R, so it was probably super bloody, and I decided not to watch it with her in the car. But best believe I'm gonna be making use of this whole snow day we got going on. I'm gonna watch it. I say snow day like I don't have to go to work. I'll be working all the time. My man Shannon says, I don't want to talk about the invoice I'm going to get from that Silver Surfer show. I got a 3.5 Silver Surfer #1. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got to just log out before the keys start coming out. That's what I do. What was the last book I bought on layaway? Oh, Miles Morales, the Ultimate Fallout 4. That was the last slab or book I got on layaway. I didn't buy it as a slab. It's actually raw. And it's sitting right over there. By the way, how do you guys like the new digs? There's a new shelf right here, which means the old shelf is right there. Those boxes are temporary. Those boxes are not going to be there. I am in the process of reorganizing all my single issues. So I've read a ton over the last month or so, and I went to put them away, and I stumbled on an entire short box of comics that I had not organized. They were in the wrong boxes. And so now there are comics all over the place reorganizing. I'm reorganizing. But by the end of this weekend, I'm going to be done. I'm preparing for my 2022 room tour. And we're shuffling a lot of things around. So right now I got a whole X-Men shelf that I anticipate filling up this year with all these X-Men Omnibus reprints. And I moved the rest of my Marvel into a shelf by itself. DC is also a full shelf. So I gotta make some more space. And speaking of making space, I just got all approved for a Whatnot Sellers account. So I'm gonna be going live here probably toward the end of February. Once I reorganize all my books, I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming some down. There's a lot of stuff that I've been holding on to for like 3 years that I need to let go, let someone else enjoy. So all of those details coming soon, as soon as I figure them out. Let's see. My man Skip says your volume's fluctuating a little bit when you speak lower. It also goes higher when you went to the side of the mic. Not sure if it's a noise gate or the mic pattern. Very well could be the mic pattern. This is a cardioid microphone, which means there's a very specific spot you're supposed to speak into, which is right here. And let me go to my audio settings. All right. Turn this up a little bit. How's that? Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better. There's a few more things I could do to the audio if I really need to, but I'd be flying blind. So let me know. My man Ben says he's in the same boat as Shannon on avoiding invoices. His Whatnot auction total from last Sunday, that's $600. Man, every time I popped into that auction, Ben was winning something. I won something pretty epic, and you guys will see it soon. But yeah, I don't know what Ben was on. I don't know if he just had too much coffee that day, but he bid on like every book and won every book. I was honestly surprised that I won the set that I won. I didn't expect that the bid that I placed would be the winning bid. I have a terrible habit of just bidding on things to see what'll happen, right? Thankfully, I never bid more than I can afford to spend at a given time. But I really thought somebody was going to outbid me. So it works out. My man Kev says, happy birthday and T-2. I appreciate it, dog. Much appreciated. Let's see. Ben says we getting turned up now. Oh, you're talking about the audio. Yeah, turn it up. Turn it up. Turn that up a little bit more. Let's see. JC, what's up, man? Says I'm scared of those Whatnot auctions. You should be. I mean, you shouldn't be that scared. I mean, you just don't bid if you don't want a book. But I really I like Whatnot as a platform. It seems really cool. I like that like everybody that's there are like comic fans. That is obviously speculators everywhere on every marketplace. But it's a fun experience. It's like a cross between what we're doing right now and an auction on eBay. So I think it's a cool platform. A cool platform. My man Billy's got the same issue, just placing bids. Got to be more careful. I feel you, man. I feel you. JC says, hey, what's up, everyone? When's your birthday? Saturday. Saturday is my birthday. Let's see. And my man Ben says he got so close to bidding on that auction that I won, but he was trying to be fiscally responsible, even though he went on to buy like 5 more books after that. But I'm really, really excited about this set because I did not think I was going to own it. I had kind of resolved in my mind like, oh, well, I'm just never going to have this. And now I've got it. It's on the way. It should be here Tuesday. Hopefully the snowstorm isn't too bad. Speaking of, would you believe that the truck carrying Ultimate Comics Diamond shipment literally crashed badly, and their whole shipment is like on the side of a highway somewhere, like dismantled. So yeah, I don't have any indie books this week. Hopefully Diamond is able to replace them all. There is one book that's a ratio variant that I was hoping I could get my hands on, and who knows if Diamond will be able to replace that. But I should have all my indie books from this week next week. And because of that, I had a little bit more wiggle room in the budget to play with. So I bought this number 1. I should have bought something else. Shannon wants to know what auction I participate in. The only person I've actually bought from is Organic Price Books, the best place to look for collected editions. He does Whatnot auctions every Sunday. And if you click the link in the description, if you haven't already signed up for a Whatnot account, then it'll give you a $10 credit to spend on your first order just by using my referral link. So check it out. Check it out. And let's see. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about the driver. I assume they're okay. I know the books aren't, but I assume the driver's okay. I really hope the driver's okay. Let's see. Natish says they need to auction Nightfall Volume 3. I don't want to see what that ends up going for. I'm almost willing to bet that DC is going to reprint it, but I mean, who knows when? I don't know when. The 30th anniversary of Nightfall is this year, isn't it? I'm pretty sure this year's 30th anniversary of Nightfall, so it should be coming out soon. Shannon what's their auction name? It's Organic Priced Book with no S at the end. I don't know if they realize there's no S at the end, but it's Organic Priced Book. Or you can check my name out and go to who I'm following, and they're like one of the only 5 people that I'm following. Either way, you'll find them, hopefully. Let's see. My man JC says he's loving Ben Reilly's Spider-Man Beyond. Looking forward to the Devil's Reign trade coming out in July, but he doesn't think it has tie-ins. It probably doesn't, because there are a ton of tie-ins to Devil's Reign. Let's see. Yeah, Skip, I hope so too. I hope everybody that was involved in the crash is all right. Just one organic book. Apparently, organic priced book. JP streamed for like 4 hours this past Sunday. He sold 100 books, or 100 lots, because some books had multiples. JC sold all of his Nightfall volumes last year for 200. That's a good deal. I would buy them all for 200 if somebody had them today. Aku says he's reading Injustice Volume 1, and it's so good. I played the game. I played both games, Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. Haven't read the books yet, but that reminds me, somebody just asked, would you recommend getting the trade of Spider-Man Beyond? So far, yes. So far, I've been enjoying it. Some of the issues sort of feel like filler, but I think when you read it all together, it's a fun event. I feel like, I don't know, you might be annoyed by how slowly the story moves along, but with it being a weekly comic series, I'm reading it one book at a time until it's annoying when the issue doesn't end the way you want it to, but then you have next week to look forward to. I don't know how the story is going to wrap up. If it wraps up really well, then I could highly recommend the trade. But as of right now, who knows? But the first volume, I think the first volume was issue 75 through 80. Those were solid issues. I'd recommend those. Let's see. My man JC has the best deals most of the time. That's true. JC almost always is selling below cost, which is dope. Ben says you can't tell Shannon about the auction. I've seen the way he drops the stack at all the comic shops. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You never want to tell people, you never want to like make more competition for yourself, right? But I know I'm not bidding in all these auctions because I treated myself last week. So, yeah. Sheesh. I'm not going to highlight that comment, C Rook, but hopefully the dude that your friend found is better. Because car crashes can be gnarly. Let's see. When DC reprints Nightfall, they will probably redo the mapping of the books, similar to the way they did with Flash by Jeff Johns. If that's the case, I feel like Volume 1 and 2 should be going out of print soon, and they're not. They're still in stock in most places. So maybe they're not any closer to reprinting those books. KT, you did not watch my stream last week. Am I hyped to see Zeb Wells take over when Spider-Man relaunches? I have no issues with Zeb Wells writing. I would have preferred it to be Zeb Wells and Patrick Gleason on Spider-Man's relaunch. Instead, we get JR. I'm trying to keep an open mind and just be hopeful. Trying to be hopeful. But I feel meh about it. I'm going to check out issue number 1, though, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, speaking of Whatnot, is there a new seller on the scene? I heard a rumor. Yes, so my Whatnot application was just approved. If I wanted to, I could go live right now. I was going to go live this coming up Saturday, the 29th, but then my wife made birthday plans. So, like I said, I'm probably not going to go live until February, sometime in February. And I got to figure that out because our families have a bunch of birthdays in February. I'm most likely looking at the 25th, in all honesty. It's either not the 25th, the 26th, because the 12th is Valentine's Day. My wife's birthday is in there. Yeah, I'm looking at the 26th. The last week of February is probably when I'll do my first Whatnot auction. But I'm going to have some fun stuff going up there, including my other copy of Excellence, the deluxe edition, the Kickstarter exclusive, signed with the poster and book plate. So that's one of the books that will be up for sale. And we'll be doing previews for the next 5 weeks as I keep culling through my collection. I got a Criminal Deluxe Edition, Volume 1, the original printing. I got a couple Omnis. I got a few trades. There's a bunch of stuff off the top of my head that I know is coming up. That's going to go up for sale. And probably a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to stumble on as I keep going through these short boxes. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's see. My man Ben or James says, Ben, are you gonna begin selling books on Whatnot? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. And C Rook says, do you think we will enter a new speculator boom after that Spider-Man Inc. sold for like $3 million? I don't think it's gonna send the market into another boom. For one, original art is not easy to come by, so it doesn't surprise me that page sold for $3 million. Like, I mean, Jim Lee just sold his original art for the X-Men #1 connecting cover. How much did that go for? I don't remember what price that commanded, but I expect that it was high. When are we going to start talking about 10 Lives of Wolverine? Soon, man, soon. First, we got to talk about something else. So let's do this. Let me go to the CWTV.com. And we're going to talk about Naomi. Oh, no. Maybe we're not because I didn't want to. I'm not trying. There we go. All right. So share my screen. All right. So I watched Naomi season 1, episode 2 yesterday. Why? Because it was available. So I watched it. This episode was almost an hour long. It was like 54 minutes long with commercials. And it confirmed what I thought it was going to confirm. This series isn't going to be for me, dog. It's just way too slow. We did get like some more insight into Naomi's powers. We did get some pretty cool moments with Naomi's best friend, Annabelle, who is honestly my favorite character on the show as it stands. She got some questions answered about herself, although not by her parents. And so, like, why would she trust the dude that gave her the answers? The villain shows up again. It was just like I call him skinny Jamie Foxx because his voice is similar to Jamie Foxx, but he's like not Jamie Foxx clearly, and he just stands creepily like, "Hello, Naomi, stay away from me." Like what? So like, my issue with it is, the same thing I told you guys last week. For one, the comic didn't have enough meat on it to really carry a show, and clearly this show is just stretching out what we got in the comic book. And so I feel like over the course of the whole season, it's going to take this whole season just to get us where we already are in the comics. And so instead of watching that train wreck, I'm just going to wait for season 2 of the comics to come out in March, I believe is when that's coming out. So chances are this series goes up on HBO Max in a couple of months, and I binge watch it all together like I did with Superman and Lois. And maybe I appreciate it more that way. But as it stands, it's playing a little too fast and loose for me. There's a little bit too much teen drama for me. Oh, spoiler alert. So some dude asked Naomi out on a date. Instead, she like recruits him on this mission to solve this whole mystery around her birth and adoption and paranormal activity, or extraterrestrial activity, UFO sightings and whatnot. And then like the episode toward the end, she literally gets her other love interest to like stop the car so that she can talk to this other love interest to let him down and like be like, oh, I didn't know you liked me. This show is just dumb. Why is everybody in love with Naomi? Like everybody is in love with Naomi, and I don't understand why. That's not how she is in the comic, and it doesn't serve her well in the show. So anyway, that's how I felt about Naomi, season 1, episode 2. That show is doomed. And then Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois I watched right after I watched Naomi, and it was better. What happened in this? So I was kind of disappointed by Superman and Lois as well, because instead of like having some new threat for them to face, it's just residual effects from the big bad from last season. So I'm like, all right, how much are we going to stretch out this relationship with this other Kryptonian dude? Whatever. And then on the teen angst side of things, we get Jordan's love interest admits to why she's acting different, and it's whack. Anything with Clark and Lois? I don't remember. Lana Lang's trying to get some dude to run for mayor, and he decides not to. This show wasn't all that either. The biggest difference is that on Superman and Lois, we get a lot more like superhero action. Like there was a lot of screen time devoted to Clark and whatever issue he's got going on, and the dude Morgan Edge, and like being in the Fortress of Solitude, we get an appearance from Lara Jor-El. So there was enough going on with like the whole Kryptonian mystery that it was serviceable, but it's like whatever. So Skip is making fun of Naomi. It's not a no. It's just a not right now. For real, I'm not saying no. Like take a number and get in line, bro, and I'm gonna get to you too. I got a lot of options right now, but you cute too. Yo, that's exactly how she was acting, fam. Like first of all, the purple haired chick could not be any more obvious that she clearly likes Naomi. Like, oh, thanks for the ride. Anytime. I mean it. Anytime. Like, Doug, what? And then the one character who's not acting like a love interest calls Naomi babe all the time. So it's like, okay, is she going to eventually be a love interest too? Because she's the one person in the comics that actually is a love interest, seemingly. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Naomi is doomed. Let's see. C-Rook says, the characters on this poster almost don't look like real people. I don't know. They look pretty real on the show. Like just regular old people. Speaking of being regular people, John Kent, the one in the front there, he's dealing with his mortality and not having superpowers, but I guess they're going to make that a long play. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so that's what I watched on TV yesterday. And am I any better for it? No. I just didn't have my comics at the time. But now I got my comics, and we can talk about the comics that I read this week, starting with. Oh, wait, my man Tom's here. What's up, Tom? Thanks, man. Thanks. So I really have a almost Hallmark vibe to them. Yo, Hallmark TV is so terrible. Let's see. Purple hair girl laying it on thick. Got a feeling her boyfriend got the hots for her too. Naomi is the new Gambit. No one can resist. I just don't understand. I don't understand why everyone wants to be with Naomi. Like everybody in her little teen search party is there trying to get like a shot at her. And she's like, just like, oh, I don't know. James, yes, is correct. If you have Marvel Unlimited, you can read 10 Lives of Wolverine #1 online right now. That's actually what I did. Even though I have the book sitting next to me, I read it online because that's easier when you got a baby in your hands. Happy early birthday. How young am I going to be? I am going to be 31 this year. Let's see. Afro Sci-Fi says, I'm just getting into buying digital comics. Who would you recommend? Like where to buy them from? Is that what you're asking? I recommend signing up for Marvel Unlimited and or DC Universe Infinite because literally like the vast majority of comic book history is available for you to read between those two platforms. Comixology Unlimited gets a lot of indie stuff, but they tend to just get like volume 1 or issue 1 for a lot of things, and then you got to buy the rest, which isn't a bad deal. You can try a lot of stuff out without, spending a ton of money. So check those out. Tom is behind on the CW shows this week. He's only watched Legends of Tomorrow. I haven't seen any of Legends of Tomorrow. I don't really watch TV like that, but I decided I watched Superman and Lois because my wife was really interested. Back when she was pregnant, we were watching it together, and then I binge watched it, a few months ago, and now season 2's out. Naomi, I'm only giving a chance because the comic I loved a lot, and it's letting me down, dog. It's letting me down, and it's not letting me down easy either. Chicks be acting like Naomi for real. I don't know, man. I've been happily married. My wife and I have been together. Sheesh, this year will be 10 years since we started dating. So, yeah. Naomi got one for homework, one for lunch money, one to do her laundry, Dog, seriously. And it's like all of these kids, like one's helping Naomi with her project for school. One is like just there to give her rides different places. No, 2 of them. There are 2 of them there to give her rides to different places in their cars, even though she has a car. Anyway. Yeah, C-Rook says, Jesus, JC is old. 46 isn't that old, dog. 46 is not that old. But yeah, so I went to Ultimate today, hoping to grab the rest of the books from the Diamond shipment that didn't make it. And that's when I found out the Diamond shipment is RIP. But so I went ahead and grabbed this instead. This is She-Hulk #1. Who's this written by? Rainbow Rowell, with art by Roger Antonio. Honestly, it's pretty cool. I mean, this is an image by Jen Bartel, so that's misleading. But artwork inside isn't all that different. It's pretty good. So basically, Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, has been like this big hulking beast for the last however long in comics. I didn't read Jason Aaron's Avengers run, so I can't really speak on it. I know they did like an Immortal She-Hulk one-shot where she was just this big, beastly figure. She's now kind of returned to form. Like, she looks like classic She-Hulk that we're used to. And she's trying to get her life back together. So she's trying to take a job at an attorney's office. Meanwhile, one of her old foes, Titania, is also kind of back on the mend and really craving the fight. So in this issue, She-Hulk fights Titania, and then they make an agreement to just like fight each other whenever they want to blow off steam. I don't know. A fun enough issue, made even more fun by this Scotty Young variant cover that I decided to go for. I don't know if I'm going to pull the series because I'm just not that into it, but it was a pretty good book. I'd probably give it like a 7.5. It does end on a cliffhanger. There's some character in here that seemingly dies in the middle of She-Hulk's living room. If I knew more about She-Hulk's history, maybe that would like have been compelling for me, but it's not. So on a pull list that's already super bloated, I'd probably trade weight for this. And I think it'd be pretty interesting. I mean, like I said, the artwork was good. Seemed well written enough. Cool stuff. For all the people that have been complaining about, She-Hulk not looking feminine enough, she's definitely feminine in this. So if, cartoon women are your thing, hey, there you go. Nice cartoon women action for you. CT Cook said he really enjoyed the new issue. I thought it was good. She-Hulk's just not a character like that's really high up on my radar like that. I think the reasons a lot of people like her, or I don't want to say that. I don't want to put people into like a category. But anyway. Yeah, Jack of Hearts. Oh, dang. We just spoiled that issue. So, yeah. Love cartoons. That's why I like Scotty Young covers. Word. No, yeah. I feel you. Oh, yeah. Billy does these. Billy does cartoon covers. I meant like, the whole like comic book women pinup thing that a lot of people are into. Like, I don't know. If you rock with Dynamite Comics, like covers and stuff, there's a little bit more of that stuff in here for you. Nothing too risque. I mean, it's still a Marvel comic, but it's there. It's there. And let's see. Scotty Young looks like his art. It's true. I love Scotty Young, though. I'm subscribed to his Substack. I need to buy I Hate Fairyland. I just love whimsical, cartoony artwork. It reminds me of like getting the funny papers and taking them out of my dad's newspaper every Sunday. Like, just something that's funny. No worries, dog. I'm the one that spoiled it for you. So, I don't know what Ben and Skip got going on in this chat right now, but fam, easy, killer. Another book that I read. I haven't read all my books for this week yet, but I did read this one. This is Icon and Rocket Season 1, Issue number 5, and I don't know. They almost lost me, dog. They almost lost me. There's only one issue left. By the end of this issue, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm ready to see how it ends. Icon is just acting so out of character here that it's hard for me to get behind this book. Like, this is Icon threatening to use his laser vision to like kill this lady on the first page. Like, what? And then I don't know, like Hardware's whole thing is like being the angry black man, but Icon's clearly going for that crown too, for whatever reason. What happened in this issue? I don't remember. Oh, there was a pretty cool moment with Rocket kind of rethinking whether or not she's doing any good with Icon. So that was cool. We get an appearance from Static, if you believe that is Static. Seems like Doug Braithwaite did not look at the character designs I only knew this was Static because he said he was Virgil. I mean, he looks cool. It's just not what his character looks like in the Static book. Also, this book claims to take place after Static Season 1, number 6, but Static Season 1, number 5 isn't even out. So the delays and stuff, I feel like these books may end up being better off if you're trying to read them as like an interconnected story. Probably better off waiting for them all to end, and you can read them in whatever order you want. But I don't think this spoils anything for Static Season 1. Yeah, we're gearing up for like a major showdown in issue 6. It's definitely going to be action packed, and Doug Braithwaite's art is really good, so I'm excited for it. But this is just so different from the icon that I'm used to. It's hard for me to like really, really get into it. I give it a 7. Wheelchair Superheroes here says, "What's up? What's up, dude? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here." Let's see. C Rook says Drake is a weirdo. Is it because he talks with an accent? I almost like quoted like 8 lines from "The Way I Am" by Eminem. Did I read anything else yet? Yeah, I did. I read Venom, number 4. This is the A cover, and I also bought cover B because it was an homage to ASM 300, and every time this cover is homaged, I find a way to buy it. So there's an extra $4 I wasn't planning on spending, but Venom number 4, it's cool. Dylan Brock is still like, he got set up in the last issue. So this issue is about how he kind of escapes from this whole testing facility they've been trying to hold him in. Cool enough. There's another new threat that Venom fights. And we get a very cool appearance from Venom, the Venom symbiote, at the end of this issue, which I'd be more excited about if the preview for the next issue that shows up in here was previewing Dylan continuing. But looks like with issue 6, we're going to go back to this whole space saga with Eddie Brock. I'm curious to see how this works, them balancing these two stories. But this issue was pretty good, though. I'd probably give this one an 8 out of 10. I liked it a lot. Let's see. I have not read Hulk number 1 or number 3 yet. By the way, this issue ended up being limited to like 1 per person. I'm not sure why, but every cover was only limited to 1 per person. So I got the A cover. There were some pretty cool covers out there. I grabbed this Scotty Young cover for Ben Reilly's Spider-Man number 1 for reasons, because I just love Scotty Young covers. And let's see. From DC, I got Green Lantern number 10. I haven't read it yet. I got Superman Son of Kal-El number 7 and Nightwing 88, as well as Detective Comics 1049. Haven't read Spider-Man yet. This issue looks pretty cool, though. I haven't read Miles Morales yet either. And I got a second printing of Black Panther number 1 because I like Alex Ross sketch covers. And it didn't cost a lot. It was just regular cover price. So that's what I've picked up. I've only read like 4 out of these like 10 books so far because I had to go shopping because there's a snowstorm coming. So I had to go buy all the bread and milk for everybody else. I'm joking. I didn't buy bread and milk. So I guess we can get to the main topic, right? Main topic here is 10 Lives of Wolverine, issue number 1. Oh, by the way, I told you this B cover was insane, so I bought it for Detective Comics. So 10 Lives of Wolverine is out via Marvel Unlimited. So you can read it right now. I mean, I suggest you wait and read it like after the stream's over, but I mean, what do I know? So, oh dang, I didn't go all the way to that page. So, You guys want me to talk spoilers or not spoilers? There's not really a whole lot to spoil because this is issue 1 in a 10-part series. So, I mean, there's really not a whole lot to spoil at all. I'm waiting for somebody to give me permission to spoil this issue. This dude says I can go. He said the last part of that says go. So I'm joking. I'm sure Skip's going to handle that soon. All right. I need one of the 23 of you to tell me it's okay to spoil this issue. All right. James says go for it. I'm going to go for it. So instead of spoiling the issue, what I will do is just kind of give you some background that may help you understand the issue better. I know Rock and Robbie was like, yo, what the heck is going on here? But you had to be reading X-Force and or Wolverine leading up to this to really get it. So what I will tell you is that prior to this issue taking place, in X-Force and in Wolverine, there's been this whole like subplot that Wolverine doesn't trust Omega Red. Omega Red lives on Krakoa, but he obviously has some sort of ties to Dracula, who in a previous story arc was trying to like drain Wolverine of his blood so that he could make the vampires like live forever or something. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of the vampire story arc. But that happened. And when X-Force, like, they basically, like, interrogated Omega Red as part of this whole thing. And in that, they, like, I think they killed Omega Red, resurrected him, and took away the memory of the interrogation. So, and of the resurrection. So Omega Red didn't know he died. And he didn't know that he was basically being like mind controlled by X-Force. So X-Force was being just like super like shady toward Omega Red. Well, in this issue, Omega Red basically finds out what has happened to him. And this series seems to be his retaliation against the X-Men once and for all for them just being like super shady. So we got the 10 lives and 10 deaths of Wolverine. And I'm just checking the comments. Billy says spoil it. Skip says spoil it. We are spoiling this book. You can read it online right now at Marvel Unlimited or marvel.com/unlimited. You know what? Nah, I won't do that. Because if I did that, I wonder if this works. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm wondering if I can like read this book without logging into Marvel. Okay, so it's like, oh, you're reading in preview mode. You have to sign in to read the whole book. Interesting. That's pretty cool. So because it's in preview mode, I'll go ahead and put this in the comments for you guys. Check it out. That's where you can read this book. So Omega Red is retaliating against the mutants. And how's he doing it? Well, he is going back in time trying to kill this baby. Who's the baby? This baby. He's trying to kill this baby before the baby can even be born. Right? And who is the baby? The baby is a rapper from Charlotte, North Carolina, who kills people in Walmart. This baby is Charles Xavier. Spoiler alert. So Omega Red is trying to kill Charles Xavier. And apparently this story is going to be like, I don't know, Age of Apocalypse meets, I don't know. But Omega Red is trying to do away with Charles Xavier. And Wolverine is here to stop him. So apparently we are going to go through all sorts of time periods in Wolverine's life and in the timeline. I don't know how Wolverine's time traveling. Something to do with the Cerebro helmet. Doesn't really make sense to me yet, but it's only issue 1. And also, Omega Red is like he's like uploading his consciousness into like everybody around. Like that dude's Omega Red. He's not the Joker. That dude is also Omega Red. Oh, wait, that's a lady. There's like mad Omega Reds. There's a ton of Omega Reds for some reason. I don't know. But he's walking through the Krakoa Gate in Russia trying to kill people. It's just crazy stuff. Artwork by Joshua Cassara is great. It's great. This page is my favorite. I really wish this page was a cover or a set of connecting covers. And this is what I'm going to leave on the screen for the rest of the time that we're talking about this book. So let's see. Comic Book Novice read this right before the stream, so go ahead. Yeah, I feel you. I did too. That's some time travel kill Hitler as a kid stuff. That is what it's like. Newbie Comics is here. What's up, Newbie? You look like Klay Thompson in this avatar. Klay Thompson's probably a comic newbie too, though. And Skip says, glad I have no further interest in this event. I'm good. He likes Omega Red, though. What? Question, would you let Omega Red tickle you with his tentacles? That's going to be a no for me, dog. That's a no. That's a no. Yeah, that's wild. Newbie says Klay Thompson is a good comparison. Why? Can you shoot? But yeah, so how do I feel about 10 Lives of Wolverine, number 1? I think I'm tolerating it better because I did just finish binge reading the Wolverine ongoing series as well as X-Force. So I'm able to follow it a little bit easier. The way they're marketing this event is as if like anyone who's ever been an X-Men fan needs to be reading this. And I guarantee you, like, if this is you jumping into this new age of X-Men for the first time, you are going to be lost in this issue number 1. So I don't know if I'll recommend it. But as someone who's been following Benjamin Percy's writings and his whole arcs so far, I liked it a lot. I liked it. I liked it a whole lot. Let's see. My man Newbie played college ball in his heyday. Word. That's what's up. I did not play college ball. I didn't play rec ball. I didn't play ball. Actually, I played rec league in middle school. I had like one of those Matisse Thybulle from behind blocks one time because this dude like stole the ball from me and I wasn't about to be embarrassed like that. So I blocked it on the wing. He was trying to take a 3 and I was like, whew, I sent that joint into the bleachers. They called me for an over-the-back foul because I was tall for my age. Dumb. Super dumb. That's like my one shining moment in basketball, and the refs took it away from me. I suck at basketball. I am not going to lie to you, dog. My man says he's 5'4". He's not fit for any sport. I feel you. Ben Uncle said, I feel like Klay has a near 100% approval rating. Everybody loves Klay. You ever see him with that toaster? Toaster? What toaster? What are you talking about? But facts, though. Like, if I wasn't such a huge LeBron fan, I would probably watch every Warriors game there was. And Klay Thompson, like, is so easy to root for. Like, my little brother's playing basketball now, and he plays shooting guard. And I'm like, dog, like, just do everything Klay Thompson does. Like, watch his form. Like, obviously, Steph is, like, the greatest shooter of all time, like, statistically speaking. But Klay's got such a pure jump shot. That Warriors team is just really fun to watch. Maybe LeBron will retire soon, and then I can, like, watch them all the time. I still got to decide who I'm going to be a fan of when LeBron retires. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably just be a Knicks fan. I mean, right? Why not, right? My grandfather is a huge Knicks fan, but that's beside the point. We don't need to talk about that right now. Let's see. Spud Webb and Wolverine are both short. Yeah, if I remember correctly from the Handbook of the Marvel Universe, Wolverine's like 4'11" or something crazy like that. Maybe he's 5'2". Either way, he's like super short. He's super short. Hope Logan has to fight. Ayo. I'm not featuring any more Skip's comments until I read the whole thing because that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for. He's 5'3". Okay. Word. Yeah, my Handbook of the Marvel Universe is close, but I feel like that'd be... I'll do it. I guess I could take this off the screen. Like, I don't really need to have it on the screen. I just like looking at that image of Wolverine. So, Handbook of the Marvel Universe. By the way, if you didn't see my new channel intro that I uploaded early this morning, watch it because it's fun and because I got a haircut. And so people needed to see me without the big afro to know that I'm the same dude, right? But also, I'm starting a new series called Who's Who, where I do a bunch of studying and research to find out who people are, and then I give you that information in a super short, easy to digest video. So Q W T U W Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine is 5'3", 195 pounds. My man C. Rook is mixed race and should be able to cook his grandfather's curry, but haha. Word. I just had curry twice this weekend. Pro tip, don't eat curry with your hands. Your hands will be yellow for the rest of your life. So there's that. Real question, where's your boy Noah been? Noah has been under the weather. I think he's feeling better now, but yeah, he's been under the weather. He's not been feeling well. So that's why he took a break originally. That's funny. Let's see. Who will win the cutest baby contest, Xavier or your newborn? My baby would win in a cutest baby contest. My baby's almost a year old. Can you guys believe that? She'll be a year old in March. I did not realize how quickly time has been passing. Let's see. Really, 195 pounds, all that adamantium. He's supposed to be like 500 pounds. You know, this is like the original Handbook of the Marvel Universe. I don't know if he had... No, he does have the whole adamantium skeleton in this whole bio. I don't know how they got 195 pounds. Maybe it's like strong and light metal, but then Wolverine, like, they definitely play up his weight. Like, there's a issue of X-Force recently where they're like, they have to swim, they have to go deep sea diving or whatever, and Wolverine like sinks down to the bottom super quick, as does Colossus. So I don't know. BJ, you gonna be on Whatnot on Sunday? I don't know, man. It depends. It depends on what I get for my birthday. If my wife like gives me a bunch of birthday cash, possibly. If not, probably not, because I need to save my money. I'm making a pretty big purchase this weekend, and I'm excited about it. So probably not going to be on Whatnot. Ben is saying that his baby is the cutest. What I'll say is his baby is the cutest boy, and mine's the cutest girl. And there we go. Let's see. So yeah, did you guys read The 10 Lives of Wolverine? What did you think about it? Skip has given us his thoughts. What did you guys think about it? Let's see. My man 80s guy is from Guyana. Says you don't eat curry with anything else but your fingers. He's eaten curry all his life with no discolored fingers. I mean, maybe there wasn't as much curry in it. I don't know. I'm just saying that I ate my curry goat with my fingers and my nail beds are still yellow. Maybe I should just scrub them a little bit better. Possibly. Aku said, only issue I had was how is he time traveling? That's the issue I have, but I'm not holding that against the book all that much because we're getting another issue next week. So we should find out like really soon how he's time traveling. But yeah, so yeah. I've also, because I was wondering, okay, what the heck am I going to talk about for 2 hours? So I've been on Penguin Random House website looking at Marvel Omnibus release dates and letting you guys know what I'm trying to grab and when. Because these release dates have been shuffled around so many times. So I'm almost done. And in a second, I will show you guys my wish list, so that you guys can, I don't know, maybe buy books yourselves as well. Oh man, X-Men Volume 2 is not coming out to November. That's good to know, but I should have known that like a little bit earlier. A little bit. And almost done here. But yeah, the whole, like, oh, the X-Men Omnibus, that got pushed back again? Sheesh. But yeah, I don't get how he's time traveling, and I don't get like he's time traveling and Omega Red's time traveling. Like, how is this happening? But like I said, I mean, at this point, we only got to wait like 5 more days to find out. So it is what it is. Okay. Maybe I'll just share this page with you instead of like sharing the whole thing. Michael says he's getting Wolverine Volume 3. Yeah, that's a must. I'm definitely getting that. Ben's not getting curry, but he's getting oxtail and brown stew for dinner. Ayo. That's not bad. If I'm doing oxtail, like I don't need brown stew. Oxtail is like meat candy. It's the best. Brown stew's, well, it depends on which Jamaican spot you go to. Some people make their brown stew kind of sweet. Others just make it like, stewed meat. But nah, I always got to get curry. I do jerk sometimes too, but I'm almost always doing curry with the rice and peas and the cabbage. Skip eats an Ethiopian curry with the sponge bread. Word. I've never had that. Now, I do know that like in India or Indian, they eat a lot of curry with like bread. And for one, I did an Indian wedding. I photographed an Indian wedding. Most beautiful wedding I've ever photographed. It was great. Great for my portfolio and great for my pocket because it was 2 ceremonies back to back. It was dope. But anyway, my favorite part was all the food, and there was not a fork in sight. And they got mad if you didn't eat the food. Like, so I ate good that day. I ate a lot of food that day. Let's see. JC says, did you give away that Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus yet? Not yet. Naan, yes. Indian bread being naan. X-Men universe is a bit weird right now. A lot of team books, but the quality is down. Yeah, I can't disagree with that, man. C. Rook says, the Asian in me is happy that we're talking about curry. Curry's good. Curry is great. Let's see. Yeah, so here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys in release date order which Marvel Omnis are coming out that I'm excited about getting. Starting with, all right, we're already on the release week. So Let me stop screen sharing this and screen share something else. And boom, 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 boom. So, do I like this view? Do I like this view? Do I like this view? I feel like that's the same view. This is cool. Let's do this one. Curry is the cure for COVID. I don't know about that, but we definitely ate curry after we recovered from COVID. It was like our celebration dinner. And it was awesome. It was so good that we ate it twice. Like we went, and then the next day we went again. So Spider-Man by Roger Stern just got a reprint. Check for that at Organic Price Books because that book looks awesome. The M variant is already out as well. By the way, I'm looking at all this on prhcomics.com. PRH, aka Penguin Random House. They are the official distributor for Marvel Comics collected editions. So if you pre-ordered something on organicpricebooks.com and it hasn't shipped yet, before you send an email, the first or the best thing for you to do is to go on this website and look and search for the book that you want or the book that you ordered. And look to see if this release date here has changed. Because these release dates are changing like every other day. Dead serious. So anyway, Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 3. That was just recently reprinted. It should still be in stock. The direct market cover is probably no longer available. Inferno Omnibus got reprinted this week. So check for that if you're looking for X-Men stuff. Doctor Strange Volume 1 is out. It's supposed to come out next week, but Amazon already has it, is what I've been told. So if you just can't wait, I guess. But check with Organic Price Books. You get a better price. The Hellfire Gala get the trade paperback already next Tuesday. So yeah, all this stuff is next Tuesday. The Mighty Thor Volume 1. That's Silver Age Thor. That's not my bag. Let's see. New Mutants Volume 1 is getting a reprint next week. I have that one already, so I'm not going to be getting that. Uncanny X-Men Volume 4, also getting a reprint next week. This one was like the hardest to get. So yeah, grab that. Grab that. Silver Surfer Omnibus. I didn't even know that was getting new printing. That's something I might have to get. Because I've been curious about the Silver Surfer character. The only thing is that I don't know if I need like Stan Lee writing Silver Surfer. But I mean, is there a better run of Silver Surfer to get? You guys let me know if you prefer this Silver Surfer. Let's see. Comic Book Jackpot says, my thought is, even if I don't complete the Ben Reilly and Wolverine run, at least I have the #1 when it becomes a back issue. That's true. That's true. Is that Uncanny with the new spine? Allegedly. All of the Uncanny reprints are supposed to have the new spine, but for some reason, the Uncanny Volume 3, at least what JP got at Organic Price Books, did not have the new spine. But they are all supposed to have the new spine, all of these recent prints for the last 2 months. Somebody said, or CWP Plays says, can you make a video about the Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus in order of reading? I don't collect everything Spider-Man, so I'm not the one to ask for that. I believe the Uncanny Omar has an Amazing Spider-Man reading order video, though, on near mint condition. The only Spider-Man I have, I've got Roger Stern, I've got Dave Michelini and Todd McFarlane, I've got Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane, I got JMS Volume 2, waiting for the Volume 1 reprint later on this year. I got Ultimate Spider-Man, and I got the 2 Miles Morales Omnis, and I got Spider-Gwen. And that's all I got, which sounds like a lot. But it's not. Most of the Amazing Spider-Man stuff that's out, I don't have. Like Volume 1 through 5 of that Silver Age stuff, I don't have. But as far as I know, it's Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 through 5. And then there's a big gap between Volume 5 and the Roger Stern Omni. And the Roger Stern Omni leads to the Dave Michelini stuff, I think. But I'm not sure. CT says, start with Ron Lim Silver Surfer. It's actually really good and leads into the Infinity Gauntlet. Speaking of the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus has got a new printing coming out this Tuesday. So if you were looking for all these reprints, your wallet's not going to be happy, but they're all dropping like this same 2-week stretch. That's insane. We're finally out of January. If you were looking for this Captain America The Truth series, this series spiked in value when Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, my bad. When that series went on Disney Plus, everybody was snatching up this miniseries. So if you want to get the trade paperback, now's the time to get it. Coming out on February 1st, which is a week from Tuesday. And then we got a bunch of trades. I like this other cover for the red, white, and black. Wolverine and the X-Men by Jason Aaron. I'm getting this DM print variant is that by George Molina? Really? I don't think that's who does this cover. I don't know who does this cover. I think is that Chris Bachalo? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm getting this cover. The Infinity Gauntlet, if you wanted the standard cover instead of the direct market, that's not coming out till February 1st. I like this standard cover the best. And then Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, also coming out February 1st, alongside The Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon, who, Joss Whedon has been quite the jerk here on the internet lately. And John Cassidy. I've got the original or the 2020 printing of this book. But yeah, grab that if you're looking for that. All of these X-Men Omnis that are being reprinted, they went super fast the last time they were released in 2020. So jump on them. Jump on them quickly. Let's see. Joss Whedon isn't controversial at all. Not at all. He's not. They need Wolverine by Jason Aaron Volume 1 reprinted. I agree. I have the Wolverine Goes to Hell, which would be Volume 2, technically. And I got that Wolverine and the X-Men on pre-order, which would be Volume 3, but they need a reprint of Volume 1. I don't know, Ben. I don't know how we only got 3 likes. Like, come on, man. I'm going through the Marvel solicitations. We're doing it all. We're doing it all. Let's see. Silver Surfer by Ron Barnes and Ron Lim, or George Perez and Tom Greenberg. George Perez, I'll probably grab that one because I like George Perez artwork. But yeah. So let's continue. Excalibur Volume 2 coming out February 8th. I'm probably not getting that. I don't even have Volume 1. Star Wars Legends Rise of the Sith coming out February 8th as well. I do have this Darth Maul cover on pre-order. Although now that I'm looking at it, I like this Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan cover as well. But hey, whatever. New Mutants Volume 2. I'm probably not grabbing that. Howard the Duck, February 15th. I'll probably grab that just because the cover price is $60, which means I'll be able to get it for somewhere around $30. So, I mean, $30 omnibus. It's kind of a no-brainer. Moon Knight Volume 1 is getting a reprint. I've still got my printing from last year that I bought from JC the Comic Geek. So yeah, I'm not going to be buying that one. And then here we go. Here's the one I want. X-Men Volume 1, the direct market variant by Jack Kirby. This is Silver Age X-Men. It is notoriously painful to get through. I've read the issue 1 and like some of issue 2. But I'm buying this because if I buy this, I will have a full run of X-Men. This and then X-Men Volume 2. And that leads directly into Uncanny X-Men Volumes 1 through 4. And so, like, I'm a big X-Men fan, so I'm grabbing it all. Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil Volume 2 hardcover. Volume 1's out of print and commanding insane prices on the aftermarket. So go ahead and grab Volume 2. Chances are Volume 1 is not getting a reprint, but if you want this book, like, don't delay. Just get it because it might be gone just as quickly as Volume 1 was. The Marvel Portfolio by Mark Brooks. I'm buying this $50 book because Mark Brooks does some of the most amazing covers ever. These Marvel portfolios, they have like full-size posters in them, and there's no like perforated pages. They're just prints. It's like a bag. It's a portfolio. So it's like you open the folder and there's single prints that you can just take right out of the folder and hang up on your wall. So I'm hoping that this connecting cover is one of the prints, or technically is two of the prints, and I can put them on my wall right over here next to my X-Men shelf. That's the dream. So I'm buying this book. What If Volume 2, I'm not grabbing that. Doctor Strange Volume 2. Volume 1 just came out this past week, so Volume 2 is coming out in February. If you're a Doctor Strange fan, get on that. Hulk by Peter David. All three Omnis, I believe, are getting reprints. I like this Todd McFarlane cover. I'm not a big enough Hulk fan to buy 3 Omnis worth of material blind, but it's there. Sugarman says, buy all Star Wars Legend books. Oh, this is good to know. George Perez was writing, not drawing on that Silver Surfer series. So, okay, that's good to know. College ramen. Ramen was great in college. My daughter is crying. But yeah, been so on the fence about picking up Uncanny Volume 1. Already started picking up the ASM Omnis. So I've got Uncanny Volume 1 and whoops. Uncanny Volume 1 is right there behind my head because I've been reading it. There we go. There we go. Why is it so hard to do things when there's a mirror image? Uncanny Volume 1, I really, really like it so far. Like, I'm about halfway through, and it's really, really good. Like, it's just nonstop, like, new things being added. Chris Claremont drops so many subplots, and I feel like it's going to be a slow burn. Not really a slow burn, because it's exciting all the way through. It's going to take a long time for a lot of these things to be resolved, but I love all the seeds and all the little breadcrumbs he's been dropping throughout this run. I say he's been dropping as if this book didn't come out 30 years ago, but I think the Uncanny X-Men volumes are worth it based on my experience with Volume 1 so far. At some point, there's got to be a drop in quality, but I don't know when that's going to happen because there are classic moments in Volume 2. Volume 2 is where you get the Dark Phoenix Saga and Days of Future Past. Volume 3, among other things, you get God Loves, Man Kills, and a bunch of other miniseries and stuff. Volume 4, you got more miniseries. And anyway, there's a lot of classic stuff in Chris Claremont's run, so I don't know. I think it's worth it. My man, Comic Book Jackpot, says he buys back issue keys, first appearances and whatnot. I feel you. I can't get into back issue. I mean, I buy certain books. Like, I'm collecting all the Milestone titles, and I buy single issues as they come out, but I don't go key chasing because I'm never gonna sell them. So like, it doesn't really matter to me if the value jumps, right? And so it's just not one of those things that I play in, but it's dope. Michael Charles, what shelf system do you use? IKEA? No, these are actually the Room Essentials cube organizers from Target. These have 11-inch cubes. So as you can see, these books, they just fit if it's like the size of a standard Marvel Omnibus. They just fit inside there. That does give like that there are problems with that setup because like that Once and Future, that Once and Future right there is like, it doesn't fit on the shelf. So I have to put it on top like a nice display. Same with Something's Killing the Children that's under it. Anything absolute size and stuff like that, yeah, doesn't go. But I like the space efficiency. With the IKEA 13-inch cubes, there's just like this huge space on top of every shelf. And they're taller than they need to be. And they're thicker than they need to be. But they are stronger. They are stronger shelves. So if I'm in a bigger space, I'll probably get the IKEA shelves. But I'm in a smaller room, and so I need all the room I can get. So yeah, Searook got lost in IKEA once. Me too. Even with the arrows on the floor, it didn't help. And let's see. You got East to West next to Criminal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My shelves are actually organized right now. I'm gonna have to do some rearranging on that indie shelf. On the bottom of the indie shelf is books that I need to get rid of and like giveaway prizes and stuff. But yeah. Now I will say, College Ramen, Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, Chris Claremont is kind of like notoriously wordy, but he's not wordy like, let's say, maybe Stan Lee. I won't say that. He is wordy. Like, he narrates like everything. Let me grab this book and give you an example. All right. So here's where I am. I am not halfway through. This book's over 800 pages, and I'm only on page 313. But you can see there's a lot of narration on this. All the like yellow and blue and green text, that's the narration. I like it because Chris Claremont like talks to the characters through the narration bubbles. It'll be like, I don't know if we're gonna make it out alive, and Chris is like, you're probably not, dog. And it's just funny because it's like the book doesn't take itself too seriously, even though the book is just like the story that you're getting is so epic. I really, really like this. So stay tuned for my review. As soon as I finish reading this, which I only have 10 days left to do it in order for me to stay on track. So hopefully it really does snow like hard this weekend. And I have an excuse to stay in and watch and read this book. But yeah, I recommend it. It is wordy, but it's fun. The story is so good that you don't mind the words. It just takes you a little bit longer to get through it because there are so many words. Let's see. As long as you wall mount those shelves, they are sturdy enough. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with the shelf at all. I just know that the IKEA shelves are stronger because they're thicker and the wood is better made. But I like them. I like them. Let's see. Comic Book Report says I'm 42 or 41, not too sure. My mind is blown. October 1980. 41. You are 41, sir. Sum 41 is the name of a band that I've never listened to. Good thing most comics have good art. Yeah, the art in this is really good. Like, obviously, this is not 90s modern art, but you can see like all the stuff that influenced, like the stuff that we ended up getting on X-Men. Like, I've never looked at X-Men art in this book, or really any book, and been like, this isn't good. Except Silver Age, where Iceman looks like a snowman. But yeah, the artwork's good all the way around. I don't have anything but good things to say about this book. I mean, it's still got about 400 pages left to let me down, but I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah. What are we talking about? We already talked about 10 Lives of Wolverine. I did that kind of earlier. I was supposed to like hold you in suspense and stuff. Have you read any Grand Design Marvel comics? I have not. I felt like with me being new to Marvel comics, I felt like reading the Grand Design books would be cheating. Like, my goal this year is to really, really like learn the history of comics. And so I'm doing that by like doing these deep dives. Like, by the end of this year, I will have read almost all of this X-Men, like all the way up through Age of Apocalypse. And then as a bonus, if I read through quicker, I'll go through Grant Morrison's new X-Men. So, yeah. I'm excited about these indie books as well. I'm going to be reading quite a few of those. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. Books coming out this week. So let's do it. Not this week, this month. So yeah, I'm not getting Hulk, but that's one of the more interesting ones that I've seen. X-Men Volume 2, I'm definitely getting this one. So I'm going to put that on my list. Let's see. Captain America Lives, I've already pre-ordered and paid for, so I'm getting that one. as well as Fantastic Four by Hickman, which is not coming out till March 1st. It was just, sheesh, the last time I checked, it was coming out February 15th. Sheesh. I told you, man, these release dates, they change, like, all the time. Fantastic Four by Hickman. I'm getting the DM variant, not the original cover. Captain Britain's getting an omnibus. I don't know anything about Captain Britain. X-Men Avengers Onslaught. I'm getting that one. I'm getting the direct market variant because I hate when they leave all this negative space on the covers. Venom by Cates Volume 3. I'm probably going to buy it just so that I have a full set to give away to somebody. But they've got an omnibus coming out later next year, so I'll be getting the omnibus. X-Men by Jerry Duggan Volume 1. That's going to be a good trade to get. I've really been enjoying this series specifically. Not much else from the X Office, but I've been enjoying this. Coates Captain America Volume 2 is coming out in March. And I'm only going to go to the end of March. Let's just look at first quarter omnis. Doctor Strange by Jason Aaron and Chris Bachalo. I like this direct market variant. Yeah, I like the direct market variant better than the standard. And let's see. Uncanny X-Men Volume 14 is getting Marvel Masterworks treatment, which is just supposedly setting us up for a Volume 5 of Uncanny X-Men Omnis. X-Men by Hickman. Definitely grabbing that one. So I can read this all back to back. This is not going to include Inferno, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Inferno's coming in this. Let's read it. Let's see. Yeah, collecting X-Men 1 through 11, 16 through 21. So they're skipping the Ten of Swords issues. Giant Size X-Men, Jean Grey, Amber Frost, Nightcrawler, Magneto, Phantom X, and Storm. And material from Incoming number 1. So, yeah, basically just collecting his X-Men run, minus the Ten of Swords. So, if you want the Ten of Swords, then you got to grab the Ten of Swords hardcover. Same for Inferno. That's disappointing. Like, you might as well put everything in here, especially Inferno, but whatever. Thor by Jason Aaron. Speaking of Inferno, Inferno's coming out the week after X-Men by Hickman. I'm definitely getting the Mark Brooks cover. And then Thor by Jason Aaron, I'm definitely getting that as well. Getting the Joe Quesada cover and not the Russell Dauterman cover or the Assad Ribic cover. And is there anything else I'm getting? Nope. That's it for the first quarter of the year. So lots of books, man. Lots of books. What are you guys grabbing off of these lists? Let's see. Yo, Kix, how's your mom? She doing good? That's funny because I say that in videos a lot. She's doing well. My mother actually came down with COVID like the week after we recovered. Like, we were finally feeling good, and she was like, "Hey, I got it now." And we hadn't even been to see her, so. But she's good. She's all recovered. So yeah, everybody's good. Everybody is good. Michael Charles, is East of West in whale status? Somebody told me I should pick it up. Yes. East of West, Jonathan Hickman claims that it's never being reprinted again. So if you can find those books, grab them. Because if I'm not mistaken, they're already sold out on Organic Price books. So it's a free-for-all. Wherever you can find them, go ahead and find them because they're only going to get more expensive unless they get reprinted. And Hickman claims they're never getting reprinted. Let's see. Thor by Jason Aaron. I'm so ready for it. What's up, Day? I've never read Thor by Jason Aaron or Thor by anyone, but I've heard this is the run to get into, so I'm grabbing it. Do you have to break up the old stuff with new stuff? I can only read a few old issues before I zone out. Yes. With Uncanny X-Men, it's exciting enough. There's just so much new stuff that like catches my eye. Like yesterday, I read the whole volume 1 of Strange Academy. And yeah, I read the whole volume 1 of Strange Academy yesterday. And I should have been reading my Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 Omnibus, but I wanted to make sure Strange Academy was good enough to keep it on my pull list. So I just stopped what I was doing and read that. I can't lie. I think I get discouraged by how long it takes me to read these issues. Like, they're good, but it is a lot to digest. Like, it's a lot to digest because it's like you process the artwork and then you're like, wait, there's a lot of words. Let me read all these words. And so this reads a lot more like prose than it does a comic. I'm so used to like not really having to read when I read my comics, because that's kind of what the modern era does for you. But I like that this gives you more to chew on. Like, this feels like it's worth the money. Like, there's so much even there's even the letters pages, and I read all the letters pages. There's just so much more meat on these comics, but sometimes it's like you don't want to eat meat. Sometimes you just want like a nice side of mashed potatoes, and like that's your dinner. It's a terrible analogy, but also a great one, and it's true. So yeah, sometimes I break up the old stuff with new stuff, to answer your question. HCs. Oh, if the right price or the rights for the East and West show get picked back up and it gets released, those are definitely getting printed again. But for now, grab them if you see them. I got 5 of the 6 hardcovers. Word. I got 3 deluxes. I might get to the late this year. My priority is Criminal and Reckless. East of West might be a 2023 project. Let's see. Modern era just uses less words for the most part. Older comics, that was normal to have that much dialogue and narration. Yeah. And like I said, it doesn't feel like over narration or over dialogue. It honestly feels like better story. Like, you get more for your money. And I think the other thing to think about is we get comics every month. In the case of this Detective Comics, it's coming out every single week. These X-Men issues at the start of this run were coming out once every 2 months. So they had to give you a lot to digest. They had to give you a lot to chew on, or else you wouldn't be excited to wait the 2 months it was going to take for another issue. So this is the type of stuff that I've been like enjoying learning about comics as I've been exploring the medium more. But yeah, this cover is just so good. It's so good. This is definitely my favorite cover of the week. The neon bat symbol just really does it for me. But yeah. The fun thing is comics were made for kids in the wordy days, and now less words made for adults. That's funny. And I think it's because adults don't have as much time as kids do. If you give a kid a comic book, they'll just sit in their room with it until they're done with it, right? You give an adult a comic book, if they got to spend too much time on it, they're like, this is distracting me from my work or from making dinner for my kids, right? So, but I don't know, because adults were reading comics back then too. Michael Charles says, doesn't it feel good when you get notification that your book's just shipped? Best feeling in the world. The greatest DJ in the world. That was my Lil Wayne. Let's see. My man Comic Book Jackpot just bought a Spider-Verse, Sailor Moon, One Piece, and Harley Quinn poster just to have. I have some posters I need to hang up on the wall. Let me show you. So, like I said, I'm getting ready to. I've been rearranging my room because I'm doing a new room tour soon. And so there are a couple of prints on the wall that are going to get replaced. You guys have seen the Catwoman that sits behind me when I do the What I'm Getting videos. That Catwoman is being replaced by this Spawn. I was supposed to do this like a couple months ago, and I just never got around to it. But I'm finally putting this in a frame this weekend. So that's exciting. That's just going to be exciting to look up at on the wall. Look at that. This is by Ken Lashley, by the way. As are all of the posters in my head or in my room. So that's going up. What else is going up? I really want to put this up because it is signed and remarked, but I've never read a Moon Knight book in my life. If I put this up, it's going to replace the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda that are up right in front of my face right here. You'll never see it in a video, but it'll be on the wall and it'll look cool. You'll see it in the new room tour if I put this one up. If not, I probably should make it a giveaway prize or something because, I mean, it's signed and remarked by Ken Lashley. Like, why just keep it sealed and stuff? Let's see. So those are going up, and there's one more book that's going up. Oh, snap. Okay, no worries. One more book going up, or a poster going up. Where is it? Where is it? This one. This is Wolverine and Omega Red. Actually, I got a decision to make. Because I don't know if I'm putting Wolverine and Omega Red up or... That's not it. That's not it either. Oh, I forgot I have this Venom. This is dope. Batgirl. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys help me decide. Should I put this Wolverine and Sabretooth up on the wall? It's going to go right there next to my X-Men shelf. Above that lenticular Batman. So should I put this one up on the wall or this one? Omega Red or Sabretooth? I really like Brown Suit Wolverine. And I like the colors on Omega Red a little bit better. But Sabretooth is just so iconic, and he's in his animated series outfit. So let me know. Which one should I put up on the wall? One of these is going up on the wall. Maybe both of them will go up in like my new space whenever we get a new space. All right. One person says Omega Red. Another person says Victor. Which one goes on the wall? Omega Red or Sabretooth? Brandon says college. Do you mean collage? Or are you just saying posters are for college students? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Really tough. Or maybe he's shouting out college ramen. All right. So we got Sabretooth. We got 2 votes for Sabretooth. Well, not 2. All right. Omega Red 1. Sabretooth also 1. Sabretooth 2. Sabretooth 3. Sabretooth 4. Sabretooth 5. Sabretooth wins. It looks like Sabretooth wins. I do love that Omega Red is like a super close-up shot of Wolverine. Like, I like this a lot. And then if I analyze these like way too much, I find reasons not to want to put this one up. This one just still gives me like the overwhelming joy, like before I start critiquing. The biggest thing, comics geeks. Appreciate it, Brandon. Appreciate it. You know what? I'm going to read more Wolverine before I decide. But I like how you can clearly tell they're fighting each other here. And not to say that they're not fighting each other here, right? But if you really study it, it looks like Wolverine is like way in the foreground, just reaching up, and Sabretooth is behind him, but Sabretooth's not really in danger of getting clawed. I like, they are both awesome. I agree with that, Punisher. But I like the way Omega Red and Wolverine are tangled up here. I think this is the winner. Plus, my favorite color is red, and there's a bunch of other red on my wall, so this would go better with the wall. This one's going up. This one is going up. I do agree. I agree that Sabretooth is the better Wolverine villain. But I think this is the better Wolverine image by Ken Lashley. This is not a 26-inch print. This is 11 by 17. So yeah, I'm switching up some of these posters. And eventually I got to figure out what I'm doing with all the rest of these posters that just sit on my floor. I've got like 12 posters just sitting here in an envelope, taking up space. I tell myself in my mind that I'm eventually going to have a bigger office, which I am. Like, we're going to buy a house. My goal is to have a basement, and all this stuff will end up in the basement, and there will just be like so much more wall space. But I feel like I should pay it forward too. So we got to figure out. What I'm doing. But this small is definitely going up. So yeah, once I finish rearranging my posters and rearranging my books, as you can see all these organizing piles all over the place, then you'll get a new and improved room tour for 2022. Where did I get these posters? You want to know how I got these scars? That was terrible. But yeah, I got all these posters from Ken Lashley himself in the Lead Killers Facebook group, the Art of Ken Lashley Facebook group. There's a video where I did like a whole haul of Ken Lashley posters, and in that video, I put the link to his Facebook group in the description. So just type Ken Lashley in the search bar on my channel, and hopefully you find it. If not, just type it in the group search bar on Facebook, and hopefully you find it. It would take too much for me to try to find it right now, though. Everybody loves my Joker impression. It was terrible, but it was funny. It made me laugh, I'll tell you that much. Let's see. That was hilarious and unexpected. The kicks who laughs, though. That was just fun. That was fun. Dang. Okay, so the Spider-Man poster fell and now has a ding on the corner. Dang. And on the side because it hit my tripod. So I got to be more careful with these posters. This Spider-Man's probably... I really like this Spider-Man. I like the background on the other Spider-Man that I have. Who else is reading Homesick Pilots? Not me. Who's reading it? Let me know. This Moon Knight is insane. I really love this Moon Knight. And my daughter loves Baby Yoda, so I'll probably just give her my Mandalorian poster, and I'll put this Moon Knight up next to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I should probably move the Ninja Turtles poster. Huh. We'll figure all this out. I'm just looking around to figure out what I'm doing. You need to clip that and use your Joker laugh whenever you get a super chat. Make that your super chat bit. Every time I get a super chat, just go, I don't know how I got these scars. What? Wizyakuka. What is this word? Wizyakuza is one of my favorite places to get. What the heck is Wizyakuza? Yakuza art. 3D anime and pop culture artwork. Let's look and see what it is. So take the full screen off. Here we go. Wiz Yakuza has free shipping on orders over $100. 3D art. Oh, it's like 3D modeled images. It's not 3D. What is it? How do I want to browse this? Print. Wait, let me go to the 3D section. What's 3D? Are these lenticular? That's cool. That's really cool. What else do they have? Oh man, look at that. Yo, I watched so much Dragon Ball Z as a kid. I was just watching Dragon Ball Super with my daughter like 2-3 days ago. That's cool too. So I'm just going to spend like all night looking at random lenticular pictures. Ooh, that's dope. My issue with lenticular stuff, though, is if I put lenticular stuff on the wall, then like I don't really get the full effect. I have to just like walk around and hope I can see it look cool. But like, I don't know. Like I only see one part of that Detective Comics lenticular print right there. It's supposed to be Detective Comics number something and Batman number 1. I only ever see the Detective Comics side of that from where I sit in the room. A 3D Wolverine with all his suits would be flames. I agree. That would be dope. Do they have a Wolverine? I guess I could just search for Wolverine. Okay, so, it goes from Wolverine to Magneto to Charles. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Dede, why did you do this? Why did you even say anything? That's cool too. This is all Dede's fault. All right, let's see what else they have. They have Cyclops. No Cyclops, because haha, Cyclops gets no love. Who else? Ooh. Yo, have you guys seen this movie where like young Trunks teams up with future Gohan? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. We could talk about Dragon Ball Z for a long time. Ooh. That's pretty cool. But it's sold out. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. It says, scared my niece Olivia with the Jurassic Park lenticular. That is terrible. Michael Charles wants to know if they have Storm. Let's see. Let's search for Storm. Hey, no Storm? Word? What about Aurora? Hey, nah, no Storm. No Storm, bro. Comic Book Jackpot, if that means you got to leave the stream, I appreciate you being here and watching the show. Really do. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Comics King says, search X-Men. I thought I did that. Did I not do that? Oh, I searched Wolverine at one point. All right. Power Thief, Rogue, and Gambit. Spider-Man is not an X. Oh, that's Deadpool. My bad. Nah, man. No love for Storm. No love for Storm. That's kind of whack. Blades versus Raw Muscle. What is that? Oh, it's not showing any sort of effect. These are really cool. Those are really cool. But yeah. Okay, I'm officially a bad influence. Anybody want to see a wall of these lenticular prints? Watch my room tour. That's what you did. You came to my stream to poach viewers. Not playing. Got a hang lenticular from a ceiling fan. That's hilarious. They put the X logo in the right spot on Rogue. What? Now I got to go back and see what you're talking about. Oh, that's funny. I mean, isn't that where it always is? I guess it should be higher up on the chest. Yeah, that's just the male gaze. Blasphemy Cyclops is the go. I will say this. This whole Chris Claremont Omnibus read-through I've been doing gives me a lot more respect for Cyclops than I had before. I love him and Wolverine trying to squabble. It's always fun. Always fun. But look, guys, it's 8:52, and I don't even know if I have anything else to talk about. So we'll probably just go ahead and end this. It's supposed to be snowing. Like, it's going to get really cold overnight where I am. And then, let's see, what's the weather saying? It's 36 degrees right now. It's been raining since like noon. And let's see, it's going to get as low as 31 degrees. And it's going to be freezing all night and snowing. Dang, snowing starting at 11 p.m. Sheesh. So yeah, we ain't going nowhere tomorrow. And it's going to snow again tomorrow afternoon into the evening. We ain't going nowhere tomorrow or this weekend. That's whack. But, oh well, it bees like that sometimes. So, yeah. You don't have anything else to talk about? Don't want to talk about AD's knee? No, I don't want to talk about AD's knee. I don't want to talk about Russell Westbrook. I don't want to talk about nothing. This dude says 31 degrees is warm. That's hilarious. Frank says, thanks for an awesome live show. I appreciate it, dog. I really do appreciate it. Shout out everybody in the chat. Comic Book Jackpot says he has a bunch of these NECA short boxes from the video. Oh, he's talking about those art boxes like I have right there. They're the best. I love them. They help me stay organized. If all my boxes were just white boxes, it just wouldn't be the same. I literally can look at a box and tell you what's in it, as long as I keep the system that I have. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I got nothing. Before you go, make sure you check out all the links in the description to our channel sponsors, Ultimate Comics, as well as Organic Price Books if you're looking for collected editions. And that's going to do it for me. I hope you saw something you liked in this live stream. If not, that's cool. You can always buy what you like. Just make sure you read what you buy. And be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round.